It's always important to pre-drill your holes for your screws, your mounting screws, and I've already done that up there. And let's see if we can't get it up there. Okay. And my drill is one of the ratcheted ones, so you're going to hear it ratchet, and I'm not stripping the screw head or anything. Okay, do you really think that ceiling fan is going to fall because I only use 2 screws instead of 4? I don't. Okay, the funny thing is, my wife is taking a nap upstairs straight above here. I told her I was going to be working on this. I said, you're going to hear some pounding on the ceiling eventually, and there it was. Okay, so now I'm getting close now, right? And you see there, look, I got the box up there. I got the Pancake box mounted firmly and securely up there. You never would have known what I had to do. Get a little metal box up there, screwed to the bottom, flush with the sheetrock. Little Pancake box will do it. Okay, I'm going to strip that wire back, and then I'll get ready to tackle this box, because there's a couple things I'm going to have to do to that box, and believe it or not, I am going to reinstall this same box. Okay, with that first knockout, I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to take a knockout out over on this side. I'm going to drill some holes on the side of the box, on the inside of the box, so it screws up to the TJI edge. And I'm going to drill some holes strategically up there. And not only that, remember the plastic box on the outside here. Okay, that I'm going to nip off quite a bit of that on both sides. Those were the things I cut off with the hacksaw, from here to there, and from there over to there. That's it. Okay, that's what you're going to have to do to get one of these boxes off. And do you have to go to the store and buy a cut-in box? No. Do you ever have to go back to the store and buy a cut-in box? If you were to take a junction box, a wall outlet box, I have never tried it before, and I think it would be very simple. Pull this one out, reuse the same one, drill some holes on the side, slip it back in there, put a couple screws into the side. That should work, in my estimation, as long as the box doesn't poke out on the side over here. It should be fine for any kind of wall switch. And I used to always buy the cut-in boxes, install it in there, and the cut-in boxes, $3 or so. And lots of times on the flaps that go up as you tighten a cut-in box, there's a flap on the inside that goes doink like that, and one over here doink. And then you tighten it up, it sucks in from the back. Lots of times those brackets break. And later on down the road, you're like, hey, Video Joe, your box, my wall switch is loose. How come? And you pull it apart, and the tab on the back side has been broken off, and you have to buy another cut-in box, take the tab off, screw it on that box, whatever. You wouldn't have to do any of that if you just use the same box, right? Okay, so I'm gonna strip this wire back a little bit and show you what that looks like in a minute. Well, I can cross that one off my list. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.